load into a match ready to turn things around this time, but the outcome is all too familiar. Maybe it's your team out-positioning you, or you feel like every engagement ends in the same way, another respawn. It's easy to feel trapped in that bottom of the leaderboard slump, wondering if you'll ever climb out. The truth, most players have been there, even some of the pros. The difference between you and them isn't insane aim or flashy moves, it's the foundation they've built and a few smart adjustments. This video is for anyone feeling like they're stuck. If you're tired of looking up at everyone else on the scoreboard, it's time to break out of that cycle. I'll be giving you some surprising, even unconventional tips that go beyond the comment, just aim better, and get to the root of what actually keeps players from performing consistently. These are tips that anyone can implement regardless of mechanical skill, and they're designed to get you out of the bottom and help you enjoy your games more. Let's jump in and put you on the path to improvement. One of the most common mistakes that players make is going into every round with a killer instinct, thinking that more kills means more wins. Rather than rushing in guns blazing, start focus on how you can control the area around you. And this can sometimes mean holding angles, setting up sight more strategically, or even playing a bit slower to feel out enemy movements. Imagine you're playing as an anchor defender like a Smoke or a Maestro. Your role isn't to roam or hunt down attackers aggressively. It's to hold down key positions and deny access to the bomb site. In moderate conditions, a good smoke player can hold a room so effectively that it'll slow or shut down an entire attacking push. And it's not because this player got flashy kills or went on a rampage, but that one zone control completely changed the match's momentum. When you start playing for control, your focus shifts to winning rounds, not just engagements. And ironically, that mindset often leads to more kill opportunities as you masterfully deny enemies and attacker strategies. And here's an actionable tactic. Start adopting a zone mentality around objectives. Rather than hunting enemies down, play like you're defending a turf. Your job is to secure or deny space effectively. This shift in mindset can transform how you approach each round and help you rack up kills by capitalizing on enemy missteps. Meta operators are great, but they can make you predictable. Opponents often expect Wamai or Valkyrie on defense or Ashe on offense, and they know how to counter them. Instead, start exploring some of the lesser picked operators. Legion and Buck, for instance, both offer powerful utility and flexibility without making you too predictable. Legion's traps can control enemy movement, and Buck's soft breach potential opens up unexpected angles. Trying off-meta operators not only gives you new perspectives on how rounds unfold, but can also throw off opponents who aren't used to facing them as much. This unpredictability is key, especially when climbing out of the bottom ranks. Imagine the surprise of an attacker who's only expecting to mute on site, but instead they run into a Fenrir with traps set in their most common entry points. By catching them off guard with these operators, you create openings, and you don't have to rely on raw gunfights alone. Sometimes one well-placed trap can lead to 2 easy kills that turn the tide. Experimenting with these operators can give you a new rhythm in matches, letting you surprise opponents who expect typical strategies. As you grow more comfortable with unconventional operators, you'll likely find yourself winning engagements and helping your team by keeping the enemy off balance. This is kind of an unconventional approach, but an effective one. Get into 1v1 scenarios whenever possible, either in custom matches or just by asking friends to face you. And the reason is in Siege, quick decision making is crucial, and 1v1s are the perfect environment for practicing it. Unlike casual games where you can rely on teammates or just coast through, 1v1s force you to think fast, react instantly, and make judgments about where to push or to fall back. Consider this, in a 1v1 there's no one to cover your back or call out positions for you. It's just you and your opponent, reading each other's every move and trying to find an opening. This forces you to master sound cues, predict where the enemy will peak, and handle the pressure that often comes with 1v1 engagements. And when you bring these skills back to full matches, you'll find that you can confidently take on enemies even in hectic situations, because that solo practice has given you a cool head and the ability to react in seconds. Once you're in an actual game, you'll find that these skills make you even more confident and assertive, qualities that often lead to more kills. Even if your aim isn't perfect, the knowledge and confidence you gain from this practice will improve your gameplay significantly. No one likes watching themselves get taken out, but reviewing your deaths can be one of the fastest ways to improve. After every round or match, think back on each death and ask yourself, what did I do wrong here? It could have been holding a bad angle, a mistimed peek, or even just bad positioning. Take note of these mistakes and look for patterns. Think about it this way, each death is like a mini lesson. I've seen players who started by only focusing on their kills but completely ignored their mistakes. After they started reviewing their deaths, even just mentally, their gameplay improved immensely. You'll start recognizing where you're getting caught out, like if you're peeking the same corner repeatedly or standing still too long in vulnerable spots. And by figuring out these patterns, you can cut down on risky moves and you'll see the difference in the scoreboard. The best players analyze not just what they did right, but especially what they did wrong. This critical mindset allows them to make adjustments, leading to steadier, more consistent gameplay and far fewer times at the bottom of the scoreboard. Sometimes bottom fragging can come from a lack of awareness about what's happening around you. If you're always chasing kills, you might be missing out on the opportunity to play a supporting role that ultimately leads to more success. Use voice chat to share any information about enemy movements, traps, and setups that you can. It helps your teammates and gives you a better sense of how rounds develop. So let's say you're on defense and you hear enemy movement by a doorway. Instead of running in alone, communicate that to your team and you guys can take the area together. This gives everyone time to prepare and positions you all for a stronger defense, often leading to kills for you or your teammates. Being the communicator adds a layer of value that goes beyond individual performance, and you'll find that supporting your team can boost your own gameplay, especially as you pick up on key information that the rest of your squad may not have noticed. When you start seeing your role as more than just getting kills, you'll naturally feel less stressed out about fragging, which often results in better performance. Plus, focusing on intel gathering and supportive moves often puts you in positions where you can catch the enemy off guard. By being the team player who's aware of more than just your line of sight, you'll likely find yourself racking up more kills as well. Breaking out of bottom fragging isn't about suddenly becoming a crackhead shooter. It's about building building the right habits and mindset. As you start incorporating these tips, you'll notice a shift, not just in the kills you get, but in how confident and consistent you feel in each game. Remember, Siege is all about strategy and adaptability, not just aim. The players who succeed are the ones who understand that there's always more to learn, more to adjust, and new ways to improve. If you're serious about moving up the scoreboard, commit to practicing these tips over time. Whether it's adopting a new playstyle, mastering off-meta operators, or studying your deaths, each step brings you closer to a better, more consistent game. You don't have to be the most talented player to perform well, just the smartest and most prepared. Thank you guys for watching, and if you found these tips helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And let me know down in the comments how these tips work for you or what you do to get out of a slump. And make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you can stay updated with my videos. But until next time, keep grinding, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.